What's up, vapors, and welcome to another edition of SpinFuel's Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be taking a look at the IPV Mini 2. Alright, so for those of you that don't know, we'll give you some specs on this device. It's 510 threaded. It goes from 0.2 to 3.0 ohms. The output voltage is 3.6 to 8.5 volts. The working output wattage is 5 to 70 watts. It has a Yeehy SX330 chip, and that's the V2C chip as well. Floating 510 pin in the connection up top. It has a nice bright LCD screen on it, so you can see your battery life, your voltage, your wattage, and your resistance of your coils as well. So it has low voltage protection, low resistance protection, short protection, as well as reverse battery protection. So this mod is really great for anyone that's looking to get something a little bit more powerful than, let's say, your Ely 5-stick 20 watt or something like that. This is definitely a nice upgrade. It works perfectly with the Atlantis, which is what I'm using it with right now. The dimensions on it, it is 3 3/4 inch long by 1 inch and 9/16 wide and 7/8 inch deep. So there you go, and it uses one 18650 battery as well. Alright, so that's the specs on this device. I'm going to take a quick vape on it, and we'll get into the close-up views right after this.
Hello my fellow vapors, this is the Vaping Greek. Shout out to SpinFuel, keep up the good work.
Alright, so as you can see here, we have the IPV Mini 2 in its original box, which I will be unboxing in just a moment. But before I do, I just wanted to mention the fact that this particular device was generously donated to us by myvaporstore.com. Make sure you check them out. I'll have the link in the description below for you if you're interested in purchasing one of these devices. And I would like to say that they've been working with us for over 3 years now, and they've been really great to us. So big shout out to My Vapor Store. Thank you very much for letting me do this video. Anyways, so let's get to it. Here's the original box. Pretty plain packaging. It looks just like the original IPV Mini box, with the exception of the new logo right there, and on the front, just like that. Pretty standard, pretty plain, nothing really to it, but you know, it doesn't really have to be a big flashy box. And when you take off the cover, the first thing you'll see is the owner's manual and Asmodus distribution little pamphlet here with your warranty card. And this is a US company that does warranty these things, so if you do have a defect on it, you do have a limited warranty. So there you go. One thing I did notice about this when I first got it is I went to go check the specs on it, and I noticed that it was supplied with the IPV Mini instructions. As you can see there, it's not for the Mini 2, it's only for the Mini, so anything in here is kind of out of date, so to speak. All of these here are not going to be correct. The working wattage is definitely more than 30 watts. It's actually 70, so there you go. Kind of bummed about that. I really wish they would have taken the time to include something that was meant for this device, but not many of you are actually going to be reading the directions anyways. So there you go. There's the device itself, and it's at a little bit of an angle, and I'll show you why in just a second after I remove it. And this does not come with a battery. You would have to purchase that separately, but it does have this USB cable here, or the USB slot, sorry. And underneath, you'll find the USB cable, which is for onboard charging and potentially firmware upgradable, but that's yet to be seen. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back in the box and slide that back in. We'll get to the close-ups. And here you can see the IPV Mini 2. Just turn it around for you real quick, give you a good look at it. And I really do like the engravings on it. It's very unique. It's very subtle, hard to see in different light, but I really like it. And I did want to show you the floating 510 connection. Let's get it close up. Hopefully you guys can see this. There you go. It's bouncing up and down, so any device that you put on top of it's going to sit nice and flush. Let's try to get a better angle here. So you can probably see it moving up and down. And it is made out of brass, and also has another little adjustment screw there, which I have ran into that problem before with a few models that a few people have come into the shop with issues, and it's just simply a matter of unscrewing that about a quarter turn until the atomizer makes a connection for those devices that have a really shallow 510 connection. But I'm real quick going to show you how to install the battery. It's very simple. Today we're using a Purple EFES 35 amp battery, just like that. Always positive side up, always, always, always with regulated devices. And just like that, we're ready to turn it on. It's got the Pioneer logo right there, IPV Mini 2. And since there's no atomizer on it, it's not going to read anything. But they have similar functions to the original. It has the memory settings, which you can customize. And one thing I do like is it does remember your memory settings in between battery changes, which is a really nice feature. And just like any of the IPVs, with this, how to change the wattage on it, all you have to do is hit the down button, and then you can free roam. And if you want to lock it in, all you have to do is hit the fire button. And if you hit these two buttons at the same time, it locks it, which I really like. That's definitely an improvement over the 30 watt model that didn't feature that. And just again, to unlock, and just like everything else, 5 clicks turns it on and off. So pretty simple operation. Just going to put an Atlantis on it real quick and show you what it looks like with that setup. So just like that, it's very easy to set up, sits really nice and flush, looks gorgeous with the Atlantis on it. Right now I'm using the Smoke Tech 0.3 ohm coils on it, and I'm able to hit this thing at 60 watts. So I'm going to turn it up to 60 watts right now. And just lock it in like that until the screen turns dark, and you're good to go. And it does show the battery dip. Hopefully you'll be able to see that when it's under load. So there you go. Alright, so let's go back to the main screen, have a quick vape, and show you more of this device. Alright, so that was the close-up portion of the video. One thing I really like about this device is the versatility. I can take off my Atlantis, put on a dripper, and change the wattage, and there you go. I have a whole different style of mod. I really like the battery life on it. It lasts quite a while for a single 18650, especially at the higher wattages. I can get pretty much a whole day out of it at 60 watts using this Atlantis here. Probably about 3/4 to a half a day if I was using a dripper on it. but having that option available is a great thing, I think. So there's that. Let's get to some pros and cons, shall we? My first pro is definitely going to be, like I just mentioned, the versatility. I love the fact that you can go from a tank to a dripper, whatever you want. You can put something on here, adjust the wattage, and you're off and ready to go. My second pro is going to be the overall build quality. I think this thing looks really nice. It came to me in immaculate condition. Really like the design of this thing, and they really kept it simple and along the same lines as the original IPV Mini, just with a nicer upgraded chip. My third pro is definitely going to be the price. For this thing on myvaporstore.com, they have it for under $65 right now, which is insane. Normally these things go for around $100, but that price is definitely very reasonable for anyone that's looking to get a good starter setup that wants to blow some clouds, wants to get a lot of flavor without a lot of nicotine in it, and wants something that's going to be better for them than an ego. So yeah, as far as that aspect, I really like this device. As far as the cons go on this thing, I really wish they would have included a little bit nicer pin. I have had some issues with this thing where people would come in after a day of using it and they said it's giving them a check atomizer warning, which is a pretty easy fix, but for a newbie, it's going to be difficult for them to figure it out. All you have to do is unscrew your atomizer and do about a quarter turn left on the, or counterclockwise on the actual pin itself, and then most of the time it will make a connection. I have heard that using this device it will get warm from the top down, and that means basically that if you have a dripper on here, it would definitely get hot, especially at 0.2 ohms being the lowest that you can fire on here. I would be very, very cautious with that. And just be warned, try not to overheat this thing. 0.2 ohms at 70 watts will definitely heat this thing up to a point where it's probably not safe to use. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to really mention that. I shouldn't mention that as a con. It's more of just a safety issue. So be aware of that whenever you're using this thing. My third con is right after I bought it, or right after I received this, I went to peel off the little protective film that's on the LCD screen here, and the whole plastic piece is kind of just flopping around, and the whole plastic piece actually came off, and I can probably get it if I can get my fingernail in there, but that kind of concerns me because there's no glue holding it on or anything like that. They just kind of left it in there for pressure fit, and there's definitely enough room to where if something got caught on this thing, it would pull it right off and expose the electronics inside to the elements. So I can't really get it to go right now, but like I said, when I first peeled off that initial film that's on there, that was an issue for me personally. But other than that, I really am enjoying this thing, especially with the 0.3 ohm Smoke Tech Atlantis coils. I can rock this thing, like I said, at 60 watts, no problem. It hits beautifully every single time. And yeah, I just love it. So I'm going to take a few rips with the Atlantis, a few rips with the dripper, and then I'll sign off. No dry hits either. So the big question is, would I have purchased this device if I did not receive it for free for the purpose of review? And my answer would be yes. Yes, because I was using a 30 watt Cloudpore Mini for the past few months for driving basically. I would just keep it in my coat pocket right here, and instead of whipping out the IPv3 or anything like that, I would just have this lightweight portable mod on me at all times. And now I can use this device for a dripper as well as my Atlantis tank, so whenever I get to my destination I can just pop my dripper on it and I'm good to go. Especially at the price point that this is at, which for $65 on myvaporstore.com, that's a steal. Make sure you check them out. I want to give a huge shout out to them once again. Thank you very much for donating this to me for the purpose of review. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, like my page on Facebook, and check out www.spinfuel.com for lots more of my videos, as well as Smokin' Joey and official Spin Fuel video. And as always, vape on.